4 this morning. Usually me and my little boy get up together, and I was afraid I was going to miss that today because I was going to leave early. I really probably should have left at 5 this morning. It was just so dadgum hard to leave. And if there are any new parents out there, you get me. I'm pretty beat. Fighting maybe a little sinus infection. I haven't slept a lot this past week because he's teething. Feel bad for him. Bottom line is, I filled up with gas last night, so I was ready to go this morning after I got everything packed up. And I didn't pack until this morning, and I usually keep a checklist on my phone of stuff that I need, because what I've found is that after the pandemic started, I didn't play shows for so long that I got out of the routine of like having things packed. I mean, there was a point in my life where I lived out of a backpack, and I would usually just, even when I was home, like, I haven't used a dresser in years, I can tell you that. But during the pandemic, I started to like unpack things, and so I don't have that backpack ready to go at all times anymore. So I hope that I got everything. I do know that I have guitars and capos and at least one pick, cables and a DI and a microphone. I'm not sure that I brought all the clothes that I need, but if it came down to it, I'd play that show butt ass naked. But I won't have to. I'm wearing pants now, you know. I feel like I can at least have that covered. You know what I'm saying? Traffic was a bit hairy this morning, getting off to a rough start. I love driving. I would rather be in my Chevelle, but it's still going to be a good day, even though it's pretty overcast, like it might rain. I've got another 4.5 hours drive time before I get to Athens, and there's an hour time change, so that means I'm only going to be 2 hours late for load-in, which is not a big deal for me right now because I brought 2 guitars and a bag for my mic, DI, and cables. And if you ever see a little canvas bag sitting behind me on stage, that's what that is. That's all I have. So my load-in for shows like this anyway is not very complicated. And while I do miss playing with a band a lot, I love playing with other people. These shows are really simple and a lot of fun and a little less complicated. It's a tricky thing being, I've said this before, but I moved back to Nashville 17 years ago, and I was in my early 20s. I played guitar for other artists and had the time of my life. And with that being said, there were times during that period that I was the babysitter for the other bandmates, and there were times that I was the one that needed babysitting. And so it's been a long time since I've been on the road with a group of guys or girls, whoever I have that's playing on that particular show. A lot is different now, thank God, because I'd probably be dead. At this point in my life, most of the people my age have either moved to session work, they just got off the road, and because eventually most people realize that it's fun for a little while, but that life is like it's a really hard life. I did it for a few years, and then when I was playing guitar for Kanan, it wore me out, and it had nothing to do with him. I mean, me and him he was like my brother. We're still really great friends, and I think he totally got it. It's so much work, you know, but I promised myself then I would never do it. I would never ever do it unless I did it for myself, specifically a radio tour or things like this, because it's just it takes a lot, you know. Started to realize, I think, when I was out with him, I got super jealous. I did, and I love him. I wanted to see his success, but at the same time, I also really wanted to be the guy, you know, to do that and like play my songs. And I'm glad I didn't at the time, because my songs sucked. And don't get me wrong, I still write bad songs, but those songs, most of those songs were just a different breed. Yeah, I don't know if there would be a comeback after that. I eventually talked to Kanan about it, and he completely understood, which worked out in both of our favor. I think I started working at a place in town and had really great bosses who understood that I played music and they wanted me to go do that, and they had their entire staff were creative people, so they were really great about giving me time to do that. And for Kanan, he got 2 better guitar players than me, so it worked out for both of us. But anyway, I love that guy, and I am very thankful for him. But he was very understanding. So anyway, all that to say, I'm not in my 20s anymore. I stopped, not for gas, but had to pee. Every time I stop to pee, I also reapply deodorant, which would rather be safe than sorry. This is not a point of pride for me, but I don't have a manager, so I get to take care of this stuff myself. And this is a deal memo, right? Gives me all the rundown, who I need to contact. And I'm realizing now that I don't know if I ever sent my my rider sheet over. So I'm trying to find that, give them a call, tell them what I need, you know, gotta tell them what I need. This is Calm O'Reilly.
Hello?
Hey, this is Jason Nix. Is this Colin?
Yes. Hey, Jason. How are
Hey,
you?
I'm doing very well, and I'm sorry to bug you so early, man.
No problem.
I'm realizing now that I don't know if you were ever sent like an input list or any of that stuff, or if you even needed it, but I wanted to double check.
So, and are you aware of the schedule?
Yes, I am. I'm gonna be late for load in, but that's not, I'm assuming that's not super important for me, since it's just me and a guitar. So, but I'm on my way now, so.
Cool. So if you can get there, you know, just before 7, that'd be great.
All right, cool. I'll probably be there around 3 or 4, so.
Oh, fantastic. Well, they're not, Eli and the band are late. They just got stuck at the airport.
Okay.
So they're not going to get here till about 3 now.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
See you later.
See you then. Bye. Damn, why I gotta be so nice? Such a nice dude. Anyway, there you have it. I'm in Chattanooga now, and Godspeed to myself. All right, I think I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get some gas. So this will be the first one. I still have over half a tank, but thinking ahead, I'm coming up on Atlanta, and I imagine that it's gonna be a little bit more expensive in Atlanta. And let's be real, I don't know how many of y'all have driven through Atlanta, but every time I go through there, it's like a bigger Nashville, just a giant cluster of cars. There are two different kinds of travelers in Atlanta. The ones sitting in standstill traffic trying to make their exit, or the ones that are doing 100 miles an hour trying to get the f out of there. And I'm just trying not to die today. We're gonna stop here in Calhoun. 386. Looks like I got a good exit, considering everything else I've seen has been well over $4. I got lucky too. There's a Wendy's. Get up in the shade. I'm gonna be honest with you, it's getting warm. It's getting warm outside. Tire pressure monitoring system just went off. I got a love-hate relationship with that thing. That wasn't too bad. $32.39. Coffee in a can. I'm right next to a Wendy's, but I ain't got time for all that. I don't feel like waiting in line. Boy, it's warming up outside. We gotta crack some windows. Pardon my cool ass shades, y'all. I'm so cool. They're the only ones I got that'll fit my big ass head. These windows in the back are being held up by shims because I gotta replace some actuators. And yes, I'm gonna eat a Kit Kat because that's how I keep this amazing body. Here's to not eating Wendy's and God, let's make it do a Kit Kat dance, you know what I'm saying? Yes. That was a good call on my part. Weird noise, but sometimes you gotta pat yourself on the back. Pat it, baby. Pat it. I'm gonna have to find me some good music so I don't go to sleep. And we're coming for you, Athens. All right, okay, all right, yeah. Made it. All right, well, I'm gonna pack my stuff to get ready to unpack my stuff and go in and make a phone call, see if I can get in early, find a green room, and take My happy ass nap. Maybe. See if I can sleep off some of this sinus stuff. You know what I'm saying? Need to find like a steam room. Just go stick my head in it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. It's 10 after 1 in the AM. Too old for this shit, but I love it so much. It's time to go. We got a 7-hour drive to Richmond. It's slowing down on this blacktop. It is 1:56 AM, and just stopped at a Quick Trip and got gas for the second time. I got it like I used to, man. I just don't. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me. It's funny. No, it's not a sad thing. It's just hilarious because I'm getting old. I'm getting older. I think old and young are feelings, not numbers. It's 2 AM. I pulled up in a parking lot here. There's a Sally. If you need stuff for your hair. Hotel Honda. Be honest with you, I have not looked forward to going to sleep like this in a long time. It's gonna be good. Got a few hours before the sun comes up, and I'm gonna need every second I can get. 6 hours, 38 minutes left before I get to the venue. So we will see you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, bright and early. I slept way too late. Way too late. Just put my contacts in. Oh man, I feel like I could sleep for 3 days. Got a whole ass. I got a feeling I'm gonna blow my damn nose wrong today. It got cold in here last night. Wouldn't have been so bad, except I had to pee so bad. I was so tired that I didn't feel like waking up. So, thought about it. I was like, risk it all right here. I'd rather keep my eyes closed and piss my pants than wake up. And like my bladder was so full, I had to unbutton the pants. I don't know why I didn't change into shorts. That's just stupid. I am just getting into South Carolina. Starting to come alive this morning. I'd like to thank my sponsors for this trip, specifically our Halls Relief Cough Drops, Jason Nix and Gatorade. God, you know what? I need to get Kleenex. That's what I need to do. I'm so thankful this shit is running out of my nose now. Last night's show was okay. I forget, you know, that people go to shows to have fun. They don't care if it's perfect. I do. I want it to be perfect. I want it to be good because that's what I do. And if you're not trying to do better, you're definitely getting worse or beat. That's the thing. You're either getting worse or you're getting beat. So it wasn't my best. I can blame some of it on the drainage. Well, I hit the first song I played, I hit a note. I was like, it did not even belong. There was no way. Like usually, if I go somewhere on accident, I usually recover and make it sound like I meant to do it. But Frank Zappa quote, "There are no wrong notes, just wrong resolutions." But I could not find the right resolution for this note because I'm pretty sure it wasn't even a note, not in the Western scale anyway, I'll tell you that. There was a quarter tone in there somewhere. So today, I'm going to try to warm up. Also took my Mucinex this morning. I'm going to see how much of this I can blow out of my system before I get there. I got 6 more hours. Man, I haven't been through South Carolina and North Carolina in a really long time. It's been years. I used to live out here. Well, I spent a summer out here. So I guess technically I was living and I was out here. I got to see my really good buddy Justin last night and his mom and dad and my other friend Chad. I hadn't seen him in years. And that's honestly like one of my favorite parts about getting to do this. Because since I've seen Justin's mom and dad and Chad were probably 2007 maybe since the last time I saw them. And if I weren't doing this, I may have never seen them again, you know? Take that, you snot. It's not funny. I feel like such an asshole. I want to stay and talk to them, and then people will come talk to me who I'm an asshole to those people. You just can't win, man. You know, it's tough. You can't win. Now imagine being in that position if you were actually like somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's really no wonder that these people like keep to themselves. And you hear stories of people being like, oh, so-and-so's an asshole. He doesn't treat his fans good. Maybe he's just tired. Or maybe he doesn't want to hurt anybody's feelings. You know, I don't know. Maybe he's got a stick in his ass. And maybe he is a dick. The possibilities are endless. I got super stoked because I thought there's a gas station here that says gas is $3.77, and then I pull up to the pump and it is $3.90 something. Deceitful. Give me something to drink. I just got into Spartanburg, South Carolina, and one of my best friends from college, his family lives here. I think a lot about like, man, I wish I had time to just stop and say hey and see people, you know. Interesting driving situation. All right, let's see, at 385, but maybe they're not lying, you know. We'll see what the damage is. We've done actually pretty good so far, so we're gonna see. Okay, 23 on the nose. Y'all remember that old commercial with Jerry Seinfeld in it, where he screams into the tank, "Release the hounds," and that's what they're trying to do is get like an even dollar amount. I still do that. Onward to Richmond. They didn't have any Kleenex in there, so I bought a pack of toilet paper because this Mucinex has got me running. Coffee in a can. I'm in North Carolina on 85. I got 2 hours left before I get to the club, and when I get there, you can find me in the club. My ass is tired, man. I'm tired. I can't hang like I used to. I want to, real bad, but I can't. Last night was fun. The majority of the people in attendance were either students at or recent graduates of UGA. I met some really cool people. My goodness gracious. Y'all crazy, man. Y'all just go till you can't go no more. And my go no more has taken quite a few steps back. So props to you. And I think what I want to tell you is, I want to tell you to slow it down, honestly. You're going to wish your liver was functioning when you're, you know, before, I don't know, whenever that happens. But what I'm going to tell you instead is, enjoy it while it lasts, because that ain't forever. Got a bunch of sinus pressure right up here. I feel like my noggin's about to explode. Right behind my eyeballs. They're just gonna, you know, splatter against the windshield. I realized last night I picked the check with an E, not chick. I picked the check up from the guy at Georgia Theater after I was finished playing and didn't put that on him. I'm gonna need to do that. I also need to deposit it. Mobile deposit is a new thing for me, okay? And I only have begun doing it now that I live an hour and 20 minutes from my bank, which is not incredibly convenient, but mobile banking is. You can pull over my lane and then stomp on the brakes. It's alright. Everything's been so sporadic since COVID, and it's not just everybody's fear of that, it's fault. I haven't put music out since 2018, so it's hard to book an artist who doesn't have a lot of music, well, or really any well-known music, much less if they have very little not well-known music. So it's tough. In a lot of ways, this feels like starting over for me. I guess it is, you know. I got real spoiled. I graduated college and then went right into a job where I was playing guitar in amphitheaters for 15,000 people a night on Sugarland tour and on a tour bus. And from then I did go back, you know, backwards. I was playing Broadway when I was in town too, and then, you know, when that Sugarland tour ended, there were only like 32 shows on those. There's something about that that'll mess with your head too, you know. Especially I was 23 maybe when that happened. When I did quit, I just really stopped playing guitar at that level and went back to just playing Broadway Wednesday, Thursday night at least, and we do the closing shift. So from 10:30 to 2:30 in the morning, a couple times a month, we would load the trailer outside the place called the Stage, which is still down there. We'd load that trailer up, and then we would drive 14 hours to Austin, Texas, and then we would play the Stage on 6th in Austin, Texas. Get to Austin in time to unload, do a sound check, maybe take a shower, and play. And then we would do the same thing. We'd play till close there. I've got some really great memories from those trips, and the guys that circulated through that band that I played with, who are all incredible musicians. But I miss the recovery time from that part of my life. I've got some pictures. There are pictures floating around on the internet of me somewhere, standing next to a tower of shot glasses. I don't remember taking that picture, but I do know that it didn't take me a week to get over it. And I had 3 beers last night, and I feel like I got hit by a Mack truck. So, young people at UGA, your parents are in fact not full of shit. Things change. Have fun. Also, not even about the booze, but staying out late wore me out. I was like ready to go to bed early. Like, I'm talking about the time that I went on stage, 8 p.m. My ass was ready to flip the switch, turn on the fans, put a little pink noise in the background, or white noise. I usually blend the two. I've recently gotten into brown noise. I didn't know that was a thing. I still think maybe they're full of shit. But, and just conking out. You know, I was ready. I was ready to do that. Just saw some logs, but there was a job that had to be done. Someone had to do it. So I did it. And loved it. I had a little green room in the venue's production office. And it was nice. I could close the door, so I didn't have to like change clothes where people could see me naked. There were a few times when I was out with Luke Combs in 2018 where they had, where you're playing these arenas, and for any of you who grew up playing sports, it's like that. There's community showers, and strip down and get in there, and guys, let me tell you, the water, in my experience at those places, doesn't get hot fast. I mean, it takes a long time. So you're either standing there butt ass naked, waiting for the water to get warm, or you just jump in and get it over with, which is what I wound up doing, which I'm sure a lot of you are thinking, it comes with its own set of consequences. A set of consequences that one might only be worried about if everyone could see what you're doing in there. There's usually no privacy, so last night was nice, but it was a little tight, and all I wanted to do was just take a little nap. I just want to take a little nap before we got going, and I couldn't do it. I averaged like 3 to 4 hours of sleep a night before I had to drive down here, or to Athens, 5 hours to Athens, which wasn't bad. But man, it really caught up to me. Last night it caught up hard, real hard, man. And I'm just now starting to feel kind of awake, and it is 1:40 in the afternoon. And today was today was longer drive, 7 hours. 7 hour drive, hour 50 minutes left, we can do it. But when I get here today, see if I can find me a Walmart and a place to take a nap. And if that place to take a nap is in Walmart, so be it. It's not a crime to sleep in a fitting room, I don't think. Okay, just got into Virginia. Riddle me this. If Virginia is for lovers, then what is West Virginia for? Think about it. We made it in one piece. Just talked to Mason, who moved some cones so I could get parked. I'm gonna get up in here and see if I can find me a shower, or at least change shirts, something. I might book a hotel tonight. I'm gonna lie to you, last night was kind of rough. And I don't know if I want to sleep in my car in Richmond, especially because my windows are all held up with shims. So I'm gonna get my stuff together, my backpack, my pill bag. Just get here and find out what the situation is. See if I got a room or a place to lay my big old head down for a little bit.
Hello to your nuts.
They need to be washed right now.
Oh man, good luck.
I'm just trying to find my way around this place. What time did you guys make? You guys make it all right? All right, that was fun. You guys were great. Thank you for listening to me. Now, I'm gonna get down there, and as you can tell, beard is freshly fluffed. They got showers here. I'm gonna go listen to EYB set, and we'll see you down there. I feel like I was just given the gift of life. The guys from EI Young Band to clean off a bunk so I could sleep for a couple hours, and then their bus driver was nice enough to let me take his room when he was done. So that's the best night's sleep I've had in maybe months. All right, so we hitting the road, headed to Rocky Mount, Virginia today. It's amazing what sleep will do, man. I feel like a completely new person. Let's get out of here. I'm probably gonna get something to eat because I'm a hungry boy. The shop's at Spring Creek. I want to see if I can beat this Prius to the gas tank. It's a Yaris anyway. That ain't a Prius. They all look the same. $4.19 a gallon. Man, Virginia, you high. It was $3.80 something in South Carolina. $4.19 here. It's gonna be an expensive one. That's for sure. It wasn't that bad. It's a $59.64 plus like the $9 that I spent in there. I got a receipt for. I'm afraid to add all these up, really. On the road again. My dad used to sing, just can't wait to get on the commode again. And that's the stuff that I get to pass down to my kids. Stopped at a drive-thru because Popeyes. Right, okay. Y'all ever seen a man drive and try to eat beignets at the same time? I assume most of you have had beignets. These aren't real ones, I don't think. These are from Popeyes. You know, they claim to be Cajun, so I guess they assumed they had to have beignets. But I grew up not too terribly far from New Orleans, so I would go, and every time I do go, I do make sure I get a beignet. Now the problem with a beignet is the powdered sugar, right? So the only tip I would give myself right now if I were someone else watching me about to try to tackle this situation is to just eat the whole thing at once and don't cough. I don't know if I can. They're decent size. There's something in there. That's raspberry something. It's been a while since I've been in Virginia, and it's beautiful. I forget. The only other state I've been in where people drive like this fast, the only other states I've been in, I think, are Louisiana and Texas. And I'm all about driving fast, but right now I'm all about saving that gas. And y'all out here being Richard Petty and Dick Trickle on the interstate. I just got my cruise control set, you know, 7-0. Am I in a hurry? Yes, I would love to be at the venue now, set up, getting my stuff loaded in, editing this video that you're watching right now, getting all my forms signed and paperwork done for the show tonight so I can get paid, head home and see my family. For now, I'm gonna worry about these beignets and this powdered sugar. Just almost the whole thing. That is a big bite.
Uh-huh.
I'm for sure gonna have to find a rest area at some point after this. It started snowing. I wasn't expecting that, but it came down pretty decent there for a little bit, and I reckon I should have brought a coat. I don't even know what the temperature is outside. 34. That makes sense. I thought it felt like it was getting a little chilly. The roads are messy. It's a good thing I plugged that tire before I left, you know. The sun's back out, so washed this back window off. Now we're ready to rock and roll again, ladies and gentlemen. Following Apple's maps, and it said to stay on 64, but the line was going the other way, so I didn't know which one to trust. So I stayed on 64, and it turns out I went the wrong way. I'm at an Exxon, waiting in line to get some gas, and probably something else to drink, maybe. Let's see how it pans out. Not a lot going on in this town. Well, this has been fun. Rocky Mount, I'll see you when I see you, you know? Get there ASAP. Doing my best. This is why I should have brought the old Rand McNally. Prop that thing across the dashboard. And those don't lie to you. They don't give you two different directions. You know, lesson learned. Let's see if I can pull around and get gas in another pump. There are only 4 pumps here, so it's a little tight little squeeze. Super tight. Oh yeah. $20 at the pump. I got something to drink. And those 2 for whatever deals always, I don't know why I'm such a sucker for those, because I know it don't make no sense. You save like 3 cents, right? Another $5.51. It's just me not really thinking clearly. But hey, ain't the first time, won't be the last. Put in some hydrox and get back on the road, hopefully the right way this time. That lady's staring so hard at me. All right. I will say this. I'm usually better about checking the weather before I head out and go anywhere, but man, Virginia got chilly. I mean, it's like it's not cold. It's almost cold. I gotta make up for lost time right now. Back in action. Kinda, I'm in the wrong lane. Let me over though. Let me over. Thank you. Appreciate you. All right, we made it to Rocky Mount in one piece. I surprise myself every time it happens, you know, cruising, throwing some baseball to myself. I left my guitars in the bay of Eli Young Band's bus last night. They were kind enough to let me do that, so I didn't have to leave them in the car while I slept elsewhere. It sounds like they're sound checking, so I'm gonna grab my stuff, backpack and whatnot, and I'm about to piss my britches, so I'm gonna find a place to pee where it looks like I'm not gonna get arrested. I've got like 12 minutes, I think, before I go on. I'm just thinking about how grateful I am to be able to be doing this. Makes you want to pray if you haven't in a while. And thank you guys for coming out to listen to music. It's been a couple crazy years, but this is fun. I want to be better about enjoying it. I get so hard on myself if I go up there and do something that I don't think is as good as it should be on my end, and I should just be having a good time. We're gonna do it. Choo-choo. Hey, well, that was a lot of fun. Rocky Mount, Virginia. I had the best time. And y'all are some great people. I love getting to talk with you. I almost enjoy that more than playing, meeting real people, and I appreciate that more than you know. It's 12:40 here in Virginia, and we're gonna hit the road, see how far I can make it before I get too tired to go on anyway. Let my car warm up here. We'll be seeing y'all soon. Thank you for letting me come and play. A lot of fun. Very, very thankful I get to be a part of it. And all the guys with the Eli Young Band, thank you guys for sharing the stage with me and letting me come be a goofball before you melt the faces. Let's hit that rest area. Oh yeah, yeah. It's 3 a.m. My sinuses hurt. My nose literally hurts. It like burns. Just to be safe, I will probably at some point pull over and take me a little snooze. Even though I was always taught, you snooze, you lose. We're getting awfully close to Bristol. The last time I was in Bristol, me and my little brother came to pick up a 1961 Chevrolet Parkwood station wagon. This one was very special though. It was a unique Parkwood because it was rusted so bad you could crawl in and out of the car through the floorboard, your entire body, with ease. Yep. I tried to get back there and vacuum it up a little bit. I wanted to clean it up. I had stolen some street signs back in my younger, drunker, dumber days, and I was just gonna, like, you know, bolt the street signs in for floorboards. Everything was there, but I was gonna clean this one up, getting ready to fix it and get it on the road. So I took a shop vac to it and literally vacuumed the floorboard right up. Not just the trash off the floorboard, I mean the floorboard. I sucked the floorboard out of the car with like a 3 horsepower shop vac. And for those of you who don't know, it's not a fancy shop vac. It's not an expensive one. It doesn't have a whole lot of sucking power even. It didn't take much for me to just get rid of the floor. I was like, damn, I'm about to Fred and Wilma this all the way back to the house. I bet kids these days don't even know who the Flintstones are. It's a sad world that we live in, ladies and gentlemen. I didn't want to, but I sold the car. Actually, my dad sold that car. My dad has sold a few of my cars. I don't want to think about it. Wish I still had it. Just the entire floorboard covered in stop signs and road work ahead. Some people think I'm crazy, but this is my favorite time of the day to drive. About 3 a.m. I don't know, I just like it. Also easier to see cop friends parked in medians. I'm doing 65 on the interstate right now, so I'm not worried about getting pulled over, but speed it up a little bit and see if I can make some good time before I pull over and take me a nap. Stop and get some gasoline. Found it 388. Listening to a podcast interview with my buddy Austin Jinx, who I haven't seen in a very long time. And he's talking about how long it's been since he's seen someone, so miss you. Such a good guy. Probably just gonna pull over here and take a little snooze while I got a place with some good light in the parking lot. Never can be too careful. There's a couple different camper vans over here. I don't know where I'm putting my seatbelt on. My habit, I guess. I went ahead and got gas, put 50 in. We'll show you the situation because there's an especially impressive one. I mean, the curtains in the back and everything. It's not creepy at all that I park here, right? Okay. Here we go. Give me a few minutes. Well, I made it back in one piece. That was a lot of fun. Thankful to be able to play again. Georgia and Virginia, thank you for listening. Eli Young Band and crew, thank you for having me and being just good dudes. Oh, gotta fix this driveway. It was a blast. I'm gonna unload the car, at least get my guitars out of here, and I'm gonna take myself a nap. That's what I'm gonna do. I think I've used the word nap a lot on this trip, and I'm not a napper by any means. I can't sleep in the day, but do believe today will be the day that I get a decent one in. See you next time.